I'm Dr. Cates. I'm a professor in the Department of Communication. I'd like to welcome you to this video to help you fill out your AAR, read your AAR, and choose your courses for the journalism major, broadcast, print, web. Remember, this major is quite versatile. We combined our broadcast and print tracks a number of years ago. The idea here is that we cover a number of basic skills that should be common to all people who work in the media. Things like writing, editing, some basic digital media production. We add some theory courses and some electives, allow you to shape your program as you go along, as you learn what you like and what you're interested in. So you could shape your program as you go along, whether you are more interested in the broadcast or the print or the website of things. So that's how we work it. Do remember, you need a minor in the program. You do need a 2.25 grade point average in your major courses to qualify for graduation. You will need to pass the writing requirement, which I will discuss at some point. Your last class will be the capstone, which will have the capstone project. Do keep in mind always course availability. Not every course is offered every semester, so talk to your professors, check in at the department office, see what is being offered where, and have a plan that you've always got some alternative courses in mind that you can fill out your schedule, and with any luck, graduate in 4 years or just a little more. As we take a look at the journalism major sheet, you'll see at the very top there the required broadcast and print core. There are 18 credits there. That means 6 courses. Most of our courses, of course, 3 credits apiece. You will start out with Journalism 227. I would urge you to take that course as early as you can. As soon as you know you're in our major or you're headed toward our major, take that course and get that skill. Everyone needs to learn basic journalism writing style, and that's where you pick that up. It's applicable for broadcast, for print, on the web. Everyone needs to pick that up. That also is an important prerequisite course for a lot of stuff that follows. Immediately after that is Journalism 237, reporting for news media. Those two, think of them as a pair. When you get to Journalism 237, you're actually going out in the field and talking to people and producing, quote unquote, real journalism stories as opposed to exercises that you would do in 227. So you get a good foundation between those two classes in the art of writing for the media. Once you have completed Journalism 227, you'll see that it opens up an entire range of other courses for you because 227 is a prerequisite for a lot of our coursework. Going beyond that, Journalism 309, Media Ethics. You will see Media Ethics has the 227 as one of its possible prerequisites. Also, you will see the asterisk right there next to Media Ethics. That means you can write a paper in that course that will qualify you for the university writing requirement. All of the courses listed here with asterisks will allow you to do that writing requirement, get that taken care of, and that is required for graduation. I would urge you to start early, think early about that. Try to get that writing requirement done at your very first opportunity. If it doesn't work out, well, then you can do it again. Sometimes we have people wait till the last minute, and that is definitely a mistake. Journalism for the web looks at applying journalistic skills specifically to web applications, things like audio, video, text, web design, stuff of that order. Law of Mass Communication is one of our advanced classes, and finally, the Journalism Capstone. Law of Mass Comm and the Journalism Capstone and also 309 Media Ethics are what we call co-requisites. The Journalism Capstone will be probably your last class that you take in the journalism sequence. The others can be taken either before it or along with it, the co-recs 309 and 420. As you go along, make sure to try to vary your course load so that you don't have either all skills classes or all theory type classes like Journalism 420, the law class. Don't load yourself up excessively with more than 2 of either of those. It's good to vary your diet a little bit, and also the more you stretch out, the more you can leave some room for other stuff along the way. And if you plan your course sequence effectively, you can do so. The capstone course, in there you will produce, as the title implies, a capstone project in public affairs. This will be either print, it may be a broadcast piece, audio or video, maybe a web presentation on an issue of public significance. That is meant to be a course that brings together all of your interests and kind of shows everyone what you can do, thus the capstone. After that, we go down to what we call applied requirements. We have basically two pairs of each of those, COM 238 and 341. Those are for the people who are probably leaning a little bit toward the television or video or broadcast electronic media type market, video production, fundamentals of video, television news reporting and production. Or you may take Journalism 245, publication editing, and 248, publication layout. That for people who are leaning a little more toward the word side of journalism, not just print, but also the web as well. Beneath that, we see practical experience requirements. Okay? We call these the practicum courses. They're 1 credit apiece. You need to take at least 3 credits in at least 2 different areas. So for example, you might take 1 credit in the radio practicum, do a radio show, and then you might go take 1 credit in school publication editorial. That's working for the Royal Purple newspaper, 4 credit. You generally do a story each week, have consultations with the advisor, and then you receive 1 course credit for that. After that, you could take something in a 3rd area, or you might take another credit in radio, for example, or you might choose television. Okay, so those are all the practicum courses. Get started, again, early on those. You want those to align with your interests and your aspirations. As you go on, you may be thinking to yourself like, wow, I really like putting together stuff for the web. I'd like to have an internship with a website. Go talk to our people up on the 4th floor of Heidi Hall and say, hey, I want to get an internship. How do I do this? And then you might pick up a practicum credit that sort of complements your internship. And of course, that practicum might help you get the internship. The internship, in the same sense, will help you get a job down the road. Think of it as a step, a bunch of ladder steps that you have to go up. And one step leads to another. You can't leap right to the top. You've got to put those steps together as you go along. Okay, then we have our theory electives, COM theories, research methods, and the history of mass communications. Prereq for those is junior standing. You take 1 of those classes, that's 3 credits. Common diversity electives, COM 424 is a popular course, cross-cultural communication. Prereq for that is COM 110. And then 430, 431, and 440. Options as well, and those a couple of those can gain you the writing requirement credit, which you need to graduate. The applied electives, that's just 1 course. I happen to teach Journalism 310, Publication Photography, which is our most popular elective. You've got electronic media announcing, fundamentals of audio, if you're leaning toward the electronic media side of things, sports journalism, and an internship or travel study also can count as an elective. If you look at our minor, you will see there are 24 credits in the minor for broadcast, print, web journalism. But nonetheless, for some of the important courses, including 227 and 237, so those basic writing courses and the modules of either video-oriented or print and word journalism-oriented applied requirements, along with some electives along the way. If you are majoring in broadcast, print, web journalism as a major, you do, of course, want to think about a minor. You want to think about that fairly early. The nice thing about thinking about a minor early is it gives you more options. So there will be more courses along the way that you'll be able to take to fill out your schedule. Some of our popular minors, a lot of people take English professional writing and publishing. That is a minor that looks at, as opposed to like newspapers or traditional journalism, looks at things like book publishing. So it's a little bit different take on the publishing world. A lot of our students enjoy that one. Film studies is very popular, management, history, international business, psychology, Spanish, sports management. I've had a number of coaching minors. Do look early at minors. A minor is typically 24 credits. So it gives you a lot of options. You can put together the major and your minor. You don't want to get into the situation later on where you think, oh, geez, I forgot about my minor, and now I've got to find 24 credits here. Try to put the major and the minor together at kind of the same time. It gives you a lot more options, a lot more variety in your course load, and gives you a kind of a wider perspective on the world, and will make things easier for you. Remember to go to the check sheets early, consult with a faculty member or an advisor, send us an email if you have questions, and get moving on the major with Journalism 227. That's writing for the news media. That's your gateway to everything else. And do be in touch if you need advice. We'll be happy, very happy to consult with you. Thank you.